Okay, so I am sharing a portion of my screen. This is a chart of NQ, the 5-minute chart. This is not about technical analysis or showing my system strategy, whatever. Please forget about that. This is only about the stop loss. The only thing that I'm going to mention is that this blue line is the London session VWAP. The white dotted line is the daily VWAP. And these two lines on top and bottom, the gray horizontal lines, are actually an indicator that I have built that calculates my stop loss according to the current price. And this is a very quick way for me to be able to tell where my stop loss is and not to have to calculate it, but instead to just visualize it. Okay, so I am doing a replay here, and this is exactly where my system gave me a signal to enter a long. So that was above the London VWAP. So what I did, I had my two contracts, I entered a long here. The trade actually would be invalidated, this trading idea, if the price would move further below the London VWAP. My 20-point stop loss, this is according to my rules. So at this point, I have just signed the contract, as I said on the video before. I will pay these 20 points of loss if I am wrong, and that's it, no more, or maybe less, depending on how the price is moving. So let's move a little forward. Okay, so let me pause here. As you can see, the next candle actually was a strong one, moved below the London VWAP. Normally here, I should have closed the trade, say, okay, but what I decided was I will give it a little bit more room. Again, the contract is intact because my maximum loss, my calculated loss is 20 points. Even if the stop loss is hit, this is acceptable. This is what I want to make clear. Okay, here, I will tell you from now that I didn't move my stop loss. On the next candle, it hit the stop loss, I took that loss, and that was it for this specific setup. I say, okay, I was wrong, I do not know what's going on. I take the loss and I will move away, clear my mind, and see what will happen next on the day. Now, me, a few years ago, when I would see this candle here, what I would do, I would move my stop loss here. I would disregard my rules, my initial rules, and I would say, no, I want to win. And I would move my stop loss. I would say, okay, we have like a nice support maybe here. So now my risk, I will increase my risk. I would move it here. The price start moving down. And I'm out for total of minus 58 points loss because I had two contracts. And I have to tell you here, the problem with this is that when we move the stop loss and we disregard our rules, and I'm talking first from my own experience because I have done that numerous times. So what this is doing is that it rewires our brains to normalize it. So the next day when you are trading again, doing the same thing is something that your brain now, your subconscious says, yes, this is okay. This is what I have to do because I have to get rid of that pain, the pain of loss. I want to win. And this is where all the problems start. Because another trader, maybe, or sometimes also me in the past, I would even, on the next candle, I would even move the stop loss further down, increasing more my risk. Of course, as you may know, this has no end because there are numerous support zones to the downside. So where does it stop? If we say that our system, my system, I'm talking for this specific case, my system says, okay, my trade has a maximum of 20 points of risk. If I really disregard that, my system, I throw it out of the window. And there goes also my discipline. And I have also another video that I talk about discipline. I will put the link on the description and will show on the screen now if you're interested. But this is the thing, then your discipline is gone. your rules are gone, your system is gone. Then there is nothing. We are just gambling. And let's see also what happens next. As I said, that was my first and the last trade on this setup. Me, a few years ago, maybe I would take I would increase my risk, and I would have, as I showed you here, like a bigger loss. But then I would say, okay, now, for example, I wouldn't have a signal, but I would start thinking, making trades and signals, creating them on the fly, even if they do not exist. I would say, okay, maybe this is a short now because we are down from the daily VWAP and from the London session VWAP. So I would say, okay, let's go short here. The price would start playing here on this small range, and then it would go back up, and I would take another loss. Now, what will also happen? Again, a few years ago, this is what I would have done. I'm honest with you. I would place my stop loss here because I would say, oh, look, I think that maybe now this is a bigger range. So this is the top of the range. So let's see, maybe it will hold and go down again. At this point, when you do all these adjustments, you are actually now trading based on impulses. Why? Because the stop loss is there to make you, of course, not lose money. But another thing that I have found is that, and it's the most important, is that actually protects your psychology. So it protects you from flipping that switch in your brain. And instead of taking one trade, let's say, based on your rules, your system, doesn't matter what this is personal to every trader. So instead of that, we start doing trading based on impulses. And this is what invites all these trading demons that I talk on my previous videos, that then they try to possess you. And this is like overtrading, breaking your rules, anger, fear, disbelief, all these feelings. And I really demonstrated here because I had this before. I lost accounts like this numerous times. So we see also here, yes, the price goes down. Now I would be happy. I would be euphoric. Oh, look, I was right. This was range. Let it go a little bit down and I will close my trade. And then what happens? What feelings would I have right now? Because I had already a loss that I couldn't justify in my trade because it was not based on my risk and all my calculations and my system. Okay, here maybe I would close. Someone else, maybe he would believe that then it will go even further down. Of course, the price is just playing around. If we see this, let me pause again. If you do not use a stop loss at all, then where do you really stop? Your brain does not know where to stop. Your mental stop is what? Where? How can you enforce it? You need to have very, very strong discipline, and I would say also a very big account. But for beginners, for people with a smaller account, this is like this will ruin you, as it really did to me. So the alternative would be, again, that we want to win, so we do not accept the loss. So where do we put now our stop loss? Maybe here, because we have a very nice resistance here. So we would say, okay, let's give it also a little room to breathe, because this is a strong candle, of course. And what happened? There is a breakout. We anticipated the breakout here, but it took some time. No problem. This is the market. And if we wait more, huge candle here. And now I am down like 167 points for the day. In one setup, mind you. In one setup. This is also what I wanted to show you. If anyone trades like this, I was trading like this before, you will lose your account super fast. That's it. Because you cannot control yourself. But if you stick to your rules, to your system, and you have a stop loss that you honor all the time, then you have the discipline to not allow emotions poison your mind. And if you take a loss, you can actually justify the loss. You can say, yes, this is the fee of doing business. I had this trading idea. It didn't work. I take my loss. I know my daily loss. I accept that. I will make the money anyway, today, tomorrow, no problem. And I just continue. And you do not invite all these trading demons inside your head to poison you and drive you to do things that will make you blow your account or lose a very big portion of it.